Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM. YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone, to teach them well. Peace and salutations be to hopeful elect. And Brother Tazom Gabar coming at you from the Prophets of Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. All right, and we're going to be getting on this quick lesson today, going into this article. It was posted 8 hours ago on Newsbreak. And it's the title, the headline says, from Jacksonville, Florida pilot reports 5 silent blacked out objects moving in formation. All right. And we know that these are chariots, man. You know, it could be nothing else. It's moving in formation because there's order in the heavens. You know, the Lord is about order, man. The Lord is about his order, man. He keeps everything is done in decently and in order. That's why you seen those chariots, they were lined up in order, man. You know, it says moving in formation. All right, let's grab the word formation. All right, so the definition for formation, it says a structure or arrangement of something. All right, let's grab the synonyms for it. A synonym for it is organization, pattern, arrangement, configuration, array, ordering, order, boom, look at that, order, alignment, positioning, format. All right, so there you have it. You know these are the angels because they were what? In order. You know, they're in formation. You know, it says, let's get into this article, which it reads, a Florida air traffic controller and pilot at Jacksonville reported watching 5 blacked out chevron-shaped objects. Let's go look up chevron-shaped because we do want to know what that looks like. All right, so it says a V-shaped pattern. All right, so it's shaped in formation of a V, like you see when like you see birds. There's that's beautiful because the scriptures say as birds flying, so shall the Lord come, you know, with his angels. So what, like birds flying, man. That's how the chariots be moving. The chariots literally be moving in those formations, man. You know, there's order in the heavens. So you go outside and you observe. You look at the birds when they're flying. They fly in formation. They fly in a chevron pattern, a V-shaped pattern, man. All right. It says chevron-shaped objects flying in formation at about 500 feet at 8 p.m. on October 18th, 2022, according to testimony from the National UFO Reporting Center. The witness is an air traffic controller, retired Air Force and commercial-rated pilot, and feels confident on how to identify an aircraft. The witness was outside with dogs when the objects were first seen. I noticed briefly 5 chevron-shaped objects that were blacked out but gray in color, moving at a moderate speed at or below 500 feet, traveling north to south in a perfect V formation, the reporting witness stated. There's that order, man, you know. This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 66, and verse 15. For behold, the Lord YAHAWASHI will come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire. All right. So the Lord's coming with his chariots, man. And if he's going to be if it's the Lord, obviously the chariots are going to be behind him in order, man. And what form may they take? It could be a V shape, man. Who knows? Book of Isaiah chapter 31 verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord YAHAWASHI of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. What happens with the chariot when he's seen these chariots passing over, and they're passing over in a V shape, man? In formation, in order. And it's a common thing to see in birds. So it goes into it. It says, the witness said the objects were without strobes and position. It says the objects were without strobes and position lights. So those things that come on the airplanes, man, those lights that be on the airplanes, to notify other airplanes or whatever, to show you that they're coming. Because what? It's air traffic, It says, without strobes and position lights and lacked any noticeable sound. There were no vehicles driving by that would have illuminated structures, casting a shadow into the sky, and the sky was partly cloudy at the time with a few clouds that were visible. And he remembered everything perfectly, man. He remembered the whole scene perfectly because it was something that he just could not understand, or he couldn't comprehend. That's why the scriptures say, more things are shooting to thee than men understand. It says, geese that fly in formation always make noise while in flight, but there was no noise and no jagged formation movement, because he said what? It was a perfect V formation. Now the birds be in a V formation, but it ain't a perfect V formation. Sometimes it'll be jagged or crooked, or some birds will be behind, or some birds will be flying at different speeds, But this was a perfect V formation, and they were moving in order at the same speeds. All right, it says, geese that fly in formation always make noise while in flight, but there was no noise and no jagged formation movement. And I rarely have seen or heard geese flying at night. The witness is confident that these were definitely objects that could not be classified and definitely were not drones of any kind, although close to an airport. I do know that these objects were not an aircraft, at least not listed in Jane's book. So let's go look up what Jane's book is. All right, you got Jane's book of Jane's Encyclopedia of Aviation, which is just a book of aircraft. You got Jane's book of weapons, Jane's book of aircraft. So this is pretty much going to all the world's aircraft, man. It's like a documentary of all the world's aircraft. All right, with all kinds of aircraft that goes into the air. How you can identify if this is this type of plane or this type of jet. It's in that book. But he said, this is what he said, I do know that these objects were not an aircraft, at least not listed in Jane's book. All right, so it's something that he's never heard of, nor something that they have, information on. It says no images were included in the report, which was filed on October 18, 2022, and posted for public viewing on December 22, 2022. Drop down. It says Florida cases. It says Florida was rated 3rd in total U.S. UFO sightings for November 2022, with 36 cases filed, according to the MUFON. And that's just the ones that were filed, man. I personally seen a chariot. Me and the brother seen 2 chariots moving together, man. And it was like on the bottom of the chariot, there was lights. And it looked like a fan at the bottom of the chariot. But it was like, it wasn't a fan. It was like it looked like a big old wave of light just moving slowly while the chariots were traveling east, man. They were traveling eastward. So it was like, and it was two of them. And sometimes they would turn the lights off, and sometimes it would come back on. But we were watching it as it was ascending from it looked like it was ascending upward and moving away eastward. We seen those chariots. All we could do is give all praises, because we knew that those were chariots. It was nothing like we've seen. We've seen chariots before, man, but this was something very different. We've seen, we'll see chariots flying by looking like shooting stars or whatever it may be. Or strobes of lights just moving around in the air, or strobes of lights appearing and disappearing. But these chariots were, it had many different color lights on the bottom of it, and it was moving slowly. It was beautiful, man. But yeah, we definitely seen chariots in November, man. It says, according to the MUFON December newsletter, which is the UFO administration, whatever, California topped the list with 47 reports. There were 2 Chevron cases reported nationally in November 2022. So guess what, man? The Lord's getting ready to jack this place up, The Lord is getting ready to jack this place up, man. If you go down this, guys, it goes into what these witnesses have seen. One of the witnesses said, I soon found a black boomerang-shaped object moving very steadily across the sky. That's exactly what we seen, man. It looked like a boomerang. It was shaped like a boomerang, man. HALALYAM, YAHAWASHI. Because that was a shape that, I just couldn't figure out the shape. But it was literally shaped like a boomerang with different colors. And it was spinning slowly moving across the sky, man. Steadily moving across the sky, like this guy said. But his report says, the report witness stated it had no lights and no visible features and disappeared out of sight in a very weird kind of fading manner. It is like it flickered out. It was completely silent. The witness found the size of the object hard to estimate since it was black and distance could not be judged. So, hey, man, the chariots are definitely, visiting the earth, man. The scriptures say what? Grab this. Second Ezra 79, verse 2. Then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which he made. And how is he visiting the world? Through plagues, man. Through these plagues. But these angels are popping up more and more. These chariots are popping up more and more. And the sightings are popping up more and more. Identifying to you and showing you that the end is closer, man. Things are getting ready to pop up, man. All right. Let me grab this. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. Why are we looking up and lifting up our heads for redemption? Because what? YAHAWASHI is coming to redeem us in chariots, man. And not only that, but we're seeing so many more chariot sightings. There's many more chariot sightings than that which is being reported, man. Not everybody are reporting these chariot sightings. There could be millions of chariot sightings, and nobody's reporting them, man. Only a few's been reported. But the chariots are definitely out there. You go outside and look up, and you're gonna see one. You may just end up seeing one. All you got to do is look up. People so focused on everything going on in the world, they forget that the Lord and his angels are hovering above them, man. Getting ready to put a sure end to this place. the book of Psalms, chapter 88, chapter 68. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 68, and verse 17. The chariots of YAHAWASHI are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as in Sinai, in the holy place. So these are angels, man, what we're seeing. Alright. It says, the chariots of YAHAWASHI, which is talking about what they call UFOs, are 20,000, even thousands of what? Angels. Alright, so these are angels visiting the earth. These ain't just little green alien dudes. These are angels in these chariots, man. You know? It says, the Lord is among them. So we know that they come in the spirit of the Lord, YAHAWASHI, as in Sinai, in the holy place. Alright, so these chariots come to do the will of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And these sightings are making it more evident that what? The Lord is getting closer and closer to destroying this place. Day by day, man. Day by day. You know? But with that, I want to give all glory, honor, praises unto Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Which will help this quick get listen was edifying to you, Akim and Agwath, listen to truth and sincerity. To next semester, all I do say, Shalom.